Moonshot just released a monster of an AI agent, a trillion parameter powerhouse that's actually built to get real work done. Meanwhile, Google rolled out a new memory system quietly, but it solves one of AI's biggest flaws, constantly forgetting what you've already told it. And right as those two made waves, Microsoft stepped in with a tiny yet lightning-fast model that nails deep reasoning without frying your GPU. Yeah, it's all happening at once. Open source titans, agents powered by memory, real-world automation, and ultra-fast, long context models. So let's break it all down. Moonshot's newest launch is called Kimi K2, and it's a total game changer. This thing packs 1 trillion parameters in total. But here's the genius part. It doesn't use all of them at once. Thanks to a technique called mixture of experts, it only activates 32 billion parameters per token. That gives you massive power without massive cost. They train K2 on a huge dataset. We're talking 1.512 trillion tokens, with a mix of languages and media. To keep this beast stable, they use a custom optimizer called mu-on-clip. This fine-tunes attention calculations on the fly by adjusting internal matrices in real time. Basically, it keeps the model from melting down during massive training runs. But the real headline here? Kimi K2 isn't just for talking. It's built to do stuff. While most AI models give you answers and leave the work to you, K2 was trained through simulated tasks. It had to solve problems, pick tools, chain actions, write code, fix bugs, analyze data, and finish complex tasks, all by itself. No step-by-step babysitting. You give it a goal. It breaks it down, makes decisions, and handles the entire process start to finish. It also packs serious memory. Kimi K2 can handle up to 128,000 tokens of context. That means it can follow long conversations, documents, and workflows without losing track. Each token flows through 8 out of 384 expert modules, plus 1 global expert for context, spread across 64 attention heads, so it's both smart and fast. Moonshot released 2 versions of K2. Kimi K2 Base, raw and ready for custom setups. Kimi K2 Instruct, optimized, refined, and good to go out of the box. The Instruct model is tuned for speed and snappy replies. No drawn-out answers, just quick decision-making. And in tests, this thing performs. On the SWE Bench coding test, it scores 71.6%, just a touch under Claude Sonnet 4. On TOA 2, which tests real agent-style coding, it hit 65.8%, ahead of GPT 4.1. On LiveCode Bench, it clocks in at 53.7%, beating out many rivals. Even on math and reasoning, it's insane, 97.4% on Math 500 and 89.5% on MMLU. That's top tier. But hold up, if you've been watching all this AI news thinking, cool, but how do I use this to actually make money? You're not alone. That's exactly why we made the AI Income Blueprint, a free guide that breaks down 7 ways everyday people are using AI to create income streams on the side. No coding, no tech background, and you can automate most of it. These are simple, proven strategies using tools we talk about on this channel all the time. So, if you're ready to actually put AI to work for you, check it out. Download the guide for free. Just click the link in the description. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. The cost. Most top-tier models, like Claude Sonnet and Gemini 2.5 Pro, charge $3 or more per million input tokens, and up to $15 for output. But Kimi K2, it's just 60 cents for input and $2.50 for output. And it even supports local deployment, which means you can run it on your own servers. No cloud costs, no platform lock-in. That's a game changer for developers or companies running large-scale AI projects without breaking the bank. What makes Kimi K2 even more exciting is the philosophy shift it represents. Traditional AI models are like really smart assistants. They can explain anything, but they don't actually do the work. Kimi K2 is different. It's more like a junior developer that understands the tools and just gets the job done. In one internal demo, Moonshot showed K2 using 17 different tools in one session to complete a task, all on its own. It wasn't just following instructions. It was managing the full workflow, step by step. No help needed. This move, from passive chatbots to action-focused agents, is a huge step forward. We're no longer asking, which model give the smoothest response? We're asking, which one can actually build, test, and deploy a working product by itself. That's a major shift. And because K2 is open source, it's not just for big tech companies in Silicon Valley. Research teams, startups, and developers anywhere in China, Europe, or anywhere else in the world can access it, tweak it, and even run it on their own devices. Labs like DeepSeek are already doing this. They're proving that top-tier AI doesn't need to come from California anymore. Kimi K2 proves an AI can think and then act, but even great action means nothing if the agent forgets what happened 5 minutes ago. That's the amnesia problem, common in language models that have no long-term memory. Developers often have to shove the entire chat history back into the prompt just to keep the model on track. This approach is wasteful. Token costs skyrocket, response times slow down, and even then, the model forgets important details, like your oat milk latte order. Stuff too much in, and you trigger context rot, where the model misplaces facts or contradicts itself because it's buried in irrelevant lines. That's where Google's Vertex AI memory bank comes in to fix the mess. Tucked inside the Vertex agent engine, the system watches every conversation. Then, quietly in the background, a Gemini model spins up to extract and store durable facts, like a shipping address or your preferred product setting. Each fact is organized under a user ID, a project tag, or even a device cluster, so the memories stay clean and organized. It all runs asynchronously, which means developers never have to write a single data pipeline script. Everything happens off to the side while the AI is chatting live. So when a user comes back, whether it's a day or a month later, the agent doesn't scan an entire transcript. It sends a lightweight query to the memory bank, runs an embedding search, grabs only what matters for that moment, and ignores the rest. Then Gemini checks for conflicts, merges any duplicates, and keeps the memory fresh. This method, based on topics, was just presented by Google at ACL 2025, and the results? They show up in real features. A healthcare bot remembers that a soy allergy was flagged last month and never recommends soy-based supplements again. A beauty advisor tracks how your skin type shifts from oily in summer to dry in winter and adjusts product recommendations on the fly. All of that continuity happens without users retyping a single detail. Google baked memory bank straight into the agent development kit. Just flip a config flag, and it's live, right inside agent engine sessions, handling both short-term conversation storage and long-term recall. Teams using other stacks, like LangGraph, Crew AI, or even plain Python, can still connect using REST endpoints to read and write memories. Early adopters can start with Express mode. Just sign up using a Gmail account, stay inside the generous free tier, and move to a full cloud project only when traffic or compliance demands it. That low-friction path, combined with automatic memory extraction, finally turned persistent AI agents from a research toy into a production-ready feature. Together, K2 and Memory Bank make a powerful pairing, an open, low-cost model built for action, and a commercial service that grants stable long-term recall. But not every project needs a trillion-parameter brain, a lot of real-world use cases, live at the other end of the spectrum, where a developer wants snappy reasoning on a single A100 GPU, or even a laptop. That's where Microsoft steps in, with Phi for mini flash reasoning. Phi for mini already proved that small models can still think really well. The new flash reasoning version takes it even further. It focuses on handling long conversations and big documents while staying small, just 3.8 billion parameters. Microsoft built it using a new method called Samba 2. It combines two approaches, state space models, and decoder blocks. Instead of using attention everywhere, half of the layers now use tiny gates, called gated memory units. These gates help the model remember more effectively and run much faster. The result? Up to 10 times speed improvements. When processing 32,000 token text, they trained the model with 5 trillion pieces of data, both real and synthetic, and fine-tuned it carefully, even without reinforcement learning from human feedback. Phi, for Flash, still outperforms older models on most tests. On the Math 500 benchmark, it scored 92.45%, beating larger models like Qwen 1.5b and Bespoke Strato 7b. On the AIME 24 test, it solved more than half the problems, once again outperforming the previous version. Look, most people still think AI is some distant future, but regular folks are already using it to build income streams quietly behind the scenes. If you want to see how they're doing it without tech skills or quitting their job, download the AI Income Blueprint. It's totally free. The link is in the description, but it won't stay free forever. For tool builders, what matters most is speed and reach. Phi, 4 Flash can handle 64,000 tokens. Use small attention windows, like 256 tokens, without degrading performance. It works right away. With VLM or Hugging Face servers, that makes it perfect for legal teams reading long contracts or researchers combing through thousands of academic papers. Faster results, less GPU time. Microsoft shared everything for free on Hugging Face, weights, setup, and tokenizer. Anyone can download it and start using it in minutes. The open license means you can experiment with it, build private chatbots, or run memory-powered agents on small devices. It opens a door to many new uses, even without expensive hardware. Now, here's the big question. Will giving trillion-scale brains open access speed up progress or invite chaos? Tell me what you think in the comments. Hit subscribe, tap that like button, and I'll catch you in the next one.